Now you say the Most High gave His word to everybody, right?
That bondage you living out right now. That bondage is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, if any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing. Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man. That's right.
I will come and deliver the broken, destroyed, messed up, poor, impoverished people. I'm going to save.
You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough.
Hey, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Bashim Yaw Shah Brakatah. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yaw Shah to all the sisters, man. Listen, it's Captain 13,000, a card of a rhyme, checking in with the Israelite School of UPK under Commander Junior Hunt.
And you know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that?
Listen, man, this year's 52nd annual Passover. Hold on, I'm gonna say it one more time. This year's 52nd annual Passover under Commander Junior Hunter under the ISUPK. Couldn't do it last year. Y'all already know the Lord had his foot on our oppressor's neck.
Here in New York City, there are roughly 1,000 cases a day. Those are numbers they haven't seen since May.
Can't do it in New York this year because the Lord still got his foot on our oppressor's neck.
New York, the center of the outbreak this spring, is now teetering on another deadly explosion of the virus.
But listen to me good. This year, 52nd annual Passover, April 24th, 2021. You understand? It's gonna be in H-Town, baby.
It's gonna be at the B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do.
2021, ISUPK, 52nd annual Passover. All the generals gonna be there. All the heavy hitters gonna be there. The daughters of Zion gonna step out with their beautiful long dresses, you understand? Strong on deck. That One West style music on deck. 52nd annual Passover.
B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Get with it to get lost, man.
Got it out the mud, straight up out the basement. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord, of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go.
West till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team up all-stars. I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire. Around with me, and I had a nigga spin like a tire. Down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. And I been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. My hymen say I cup full. No room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, it'll drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart. And Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies. And they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet. Tried everything. I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see. And I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check, 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47, praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame, ask why tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign, Lord to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Lord to the
Hey, Shalom Israel. We are the ISUPK, started out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the tutelage of the amazing Commanding General Yohana. And tonight's lesson will be over brotherhood, you understand? You cannot have a nation without brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? We can't be a people without having brotherhood. We gotta show brotherhood by any means necessary. Got a thing?
Shalom Israel. Like my brother said right here, we are the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, 1 West 125th Street. You have 2 officers of 50, myself, Officer Abuana, and my
Officer Yagarão,
Priest of 50. Kind. So what we're gonna do is we want to talk to you tonight about brotherhood, right? And I appreciate my brother accompanying me up here, and me accompanying him. You know, we almost like the what they say, how can 2 walk together unless they agree? So this brother got to be in agreement with me to be up here on my side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I got to be in agreement with him to be up here next to him, you know, right-hand man and the young man, right? So just to kick it off, we're gonna get it started, talk about some brotherhood, talk about some things that's going on around you and stuff like that. And by the time the end of this class, you should be able to question yourself. Well, you should be able to know, you know, if you have brotherhood, if you have the proper brotherhood, if you have the spirit of Christ, right, that allows you to be brotherly with your brother. Got too many brothers in there?
What's that?
I said, got too many brothers in there?
Can't get no brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, to kick it off, we're gonna go hop right on into the scriptures, right? Can you grab me 1 John? Give me 4:21. 1 John 4:21. Yeah, 1 John 4:21.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loved God loved his brother also. You understand me? This is talking about a scripture that was written beforehand. It's a commandment from the Most High. That's not anything that you can. That's non-negotiable. That's a commandment. That's an order that you should love your brother and have some brotherhood. Have some. What's the word I'm looking for?
Let's do this, make it a little bit easier. Jump it back to 20.
Verse 20.
Yeah, jump it back to 20.
All right, no sweat. Verse 20. If a man say, I love the Most High.
So if a man say that I love the Most High, right? So it's going to be a clause onto this. If a man say, I love the Most High, you got a lot of people running around here, I love God. Right? I love the Most High. I love Yahweh. Right? So how can you show that you love the Most High? Read.
And hated his brother. He is a liar.
Whoa. So you trying to tell me that you got these people running around out here talking about they love God, and then the young man next to them, their brother, they hate. Right? So if he love God and say he a liar, say he love God and hated his brother, he is a liar. Keep reading. Let's see what else they gonna say.
For he that loved not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
Come on, Israel. Explain that. How can you say that you love your brother who you see every single day? You see your brother, right, who were made slave next to you every single day. Your brother who walked down the street every single day. Your brother, you walk past him, he may need some help every single day. How can you say you love your brother, right? How can you say you hate your brother and who you see every day, right?
If I may, how can you hate the same brother that you living in the same hell with? In the same condition as, you know what I'm saying? The brother that you probably came up from the sandbox with. You understand?
Red light.
What's that?
Red light, green light.
Come on, man. Red light, green light.
Red light, green light.
Red light, green light with the brother problem.
Now you hate.
You understand me? And now you hate him.
Now you hate.
Have some compassion over your brother. You understand? We all in the same hill. We can't, like I said before, we cannot be a nation without brotherhood, without loving your brother. That's why there's so much destruction going on in the neighborhood right now. Brothers killing brothers because they hate each other over something minuscule.
Mm-hmm. Brothers killing brothers over something minuscule. Like, what's minuscule? Small things.
Small things. Small matters.
Small matters. You got brothers killing each other. I seen, you know, not to jump off subject, well, this is part of something. I seen brothers. I've been in the hood. You know, we all grew up somewhere in the hood, somewhere. You know, a lot of us. And I seen a brothers, about 10 of us one day. We out there shooting dice. Probably it's 10 of us, and we ain't have $60 together. We didn't have $60 together. And I seen one brother get into it with another brother. They get into some fisticuffs. When the brother say, "When I come back, I'm gonna kill you." Now you gotta understand, this is over a $2 play. A $2 play is he walked down the street, got a gun, came back, and blew his brother's face off. A $2 play, right? How can you say you love God who you have not seen, right? How can you say you love God who you have not seen and hate your brother who you have seen?
Hate your brother that you see every day in the hood, that you live among, that you from the same hood as his brother. You know his kinfolk.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
That's how you know where his mama's at.
Come on, man.
Right? How you? Because I see these brothers shoot their brother's mother's house up. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Right. You love your brother. I mean, you love God, because you know who they gonna go to pray to once them boys get on.
Hey,
right.
If I may, see, this is why the Christian church is truly the house of Satan, because it's nothing but hatred for the brother up in the Christian church. You understand me? If the Christian church was actually the house of God, then it would be no killings in the hood.
No, as many churches as there wouldn't be.
You know, you understand me? But I'm pretty sure gang members go to church.
Well, let me see this. It wouldn't be, you got these sisters out here that say the same thing, that they love their brothers. But yet still they put these brothers, you know, they go out and have a baby with this brother, and then next thing you know, this brother on child support. Now he locked up going to jail because of what? This sister said she loved me. Then she loved me. How can you? And then the next thing she do is, oh, I hate him. I can't stand him. You know, how many sisters you heard say that? Because y'all no longer together. Because she chose not to be with you, right?
Yeah, there's so much. Watch open your legs, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, have some compassion
for your brother.
You know what I'm saying? And that means that goes to women also. You understand? It's manifold. It's talking about the sisters also. Have some brotherhood for your sisters. Have some brotherhood for your brothers. You understand me? Stop hoeing on that man. You understand me? Stop putting that brother on that child support. Submit to him. Let your submission be your strength. You understand? Anything else?
Well, you know, you like you were saying, love your brother, right? We cannot say we hate our brother and love the Most High. We cannot say we hate our brother and love the Most High. You know, let's go. How can you show? What are the ways that you believe that you can show that you love your brother, right? You know, Captain LeBron showed that he loved us every day. You know, a lot of us brothers, we didn't have a place to stay. Right. Cap was like, "Come over here." You know, a Captain voice deep. Come on over here. You stay over there at the barracks. Right. You know, right? So how many brothers is Captain LeBron housing at the barracks right now? That's brotherly love right there, because we would have been on the street. Me personally, I would have been on the street, right? In the wintertime, right? Snow and ice, Detroit. You know how it is in the wintertime in Detroit. It ain't no joke. Cap was like, "Come on over here, you stay over here," right? For nothing. He didn't say, "Oh, I need this, I need that." He said, "Come on. I know you down on your knuckles right now. I know you down on your knuckles. I know your money ain't like it used to be. Come on over here, stay over here for nothing." Gave me a bed, you know, somewhere to eat, somewhere to rest my head. That's brotherhood right there, right? That's showing some love right there, right? Right.
And, you know, if I make just one more time, see right there, that shows you only in the ISUPK you gonna see a whole nother level of brotherhood. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
This is how you build a nation right here, by being a brother. You got anything?
Say that one more time. You got to say that one more time. That right there, that touched me. This is how you build a nation, right? General Yohana said it all the time. This is how you build a nation. General Muhammad said it all the time. This is how you build a nation, by being a brother. It's like the first, or is it not the cobblestone of building a nation? It's brotherhood.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's a foundation of, you know what I'm saying? Because in ISUBK, we say brotherhood is a weapon. Mm-hmm. Ask in Kentucky what that means.
Ooh,
you
yes.
understand me?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The brothers was willing to lay down their life for one another. For a matter of fact, not for themselves, but for their brother.
For their brothers.
Right.
They had each other's back and got about that jam. You understand me? They represented the school well that day. You know, you understand? So they'll be forever honored, you know what I'm saying, in Israel for the act that they did on that day. The brotherhood that they exemplified that day. You understand me?
Well, let's what's this? Matthew 25 and what should we hit? Matthew 25 and 40.
All right, Matthew 25 and 40. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Can you read that?
Yeah, kind of. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say, this is Christ, and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Ooh. That's a heavy scripture. The reason why I wanted you to bring that scripture out, because you got brothers out here doing a lot of things to each other that's not showing brotherhood, right? You got brothers robbing, stealing, killing, what we was talking about before, right? Breaking into you go break into this man's house while he at work, right? Or you go sleep with his woman while he at work, because she ain't got no sense, right? So what did Christ say again?
Ye have done it unto me.
Oh, so we know Christ is our king. Christ is our king, right? Christ gonna come back with 200 million plus angels and tear this place a new one, right? Imagine if you did something wrong under him and he coming back with all that.
Go ahead. Understand me? If you would steal from your brother, you would do it to Christ. If you would kill your brother, you would have been one of the ones nailing nails into Christ's arms. You understand me? You would have voted for him to get crucified. You understand?
It was you yelling, crucify him. Every time you steal from your brother, you yelling, crucify him. Every time you have to have sex with your brother's wife while he at work, you yelling, crucify him. Every time you steal, kill, destroy one of your fellow Israelite brothers, you yelling, crucify him. Right? Let's go to Matthew 25 and 4. No, 18 and 25.
18 and 25. Gotcha. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 25. But for as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and his children, all that he and all that he had, and payment to be made. Verse 26. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Verse 27. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosed him and forgave him for the debt.
So what type of brotherhood are we supposed to have, right? You got to have compassion with your brother. You got to pass that compassion along to your brother. You may be in a better situation than he is, and he may be down. He may be struck. You know, he may be deeper in hell than you may ever be able to see or go to, right? So when you see your brother in that type of hell, have compassion for him, right? Try to dig him up out that hole, right?
And once again, this is Christ speaking, and he's giving his parable. You understand me? A man owed his boss some money. You understand? And his Lord had compassion over him. He showed sympathy. He showed brotherhood. You understand me? By forgiving him for his debt. You understand? We can't even forgive our brothers for $20 that we owe. You understand me? We killing brothers over nothing. Over small matters.
Now, if we back up, jump up to 24, I think this is the brother who had owed his master, but he owed his master some bands, right? Yeah, jump up to 24 real quick so we can get the gist of the story.
Verse 24. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents.
Ooh, wait, 10,000 talents. So I can't tell you how much money that was back then, but imagine if a man owed you 10 bands. Just, make it simple, right? This man owed you 10 bands, right? Especially now, right? This man owed you 10 bands. Go ahead,
Verse 23 really gives you a little context.
Okay, back it up, do that.
Verse 23. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king which would take account of his servants. Now, see, this is saying right here, man, Christ was the ultimate brother. You understand me? Christ was the greatest black man to ever walk on the face of the planet. You understand? He showed the ultimate brotherhood by dying for us. And no, we did not deserve it. We did not deserve that brotherhood, that mercy.
Not at all.
You understand? You understand?
I want to read that in its entirety, go back down to them. So go ahead.
It's a lot.
I got it.
Have mercy on your brother because of what Christ did, knowing that you deserve to die.
Knowing you deserve to die.
You ain't greater than your brother. You understand me? For that reason, you should have some mercy on your brother. You should have some compassion on your brother. You understand me? Well, you got anything?
You know what's not having compassion on your brother is when you have compassion for these other nations. Right? You have the compassion for these other nations way before you have compassion for your brother. General Yohana brought out something heavy about what's that guy name? Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry. He took care of the Duke and all that. Remember? He took care of the Duke. When you got brothers right here that grew up, because Tyler Perry claimed he was homeless, right? Then he claimed he was living out his car before he got into writing plays and got his riches and all that kind of stuff. Right. So with you being homeless, Tyler, and you know that there's brothers in your same situation, how can you go out and help these other nations before you go help Lil Ray Ray and Tom and all them, Bojangles and stuff out there on the street, right there, probably begging in front of your big mansion. You go get the Duke of Earl.
You know why? You know why? Because rich only cares about the rich.
They only care about the rich.
And also, Tyler Perry needs to be a brother, not a sister. You understand? I pray you understand what I mean when I say that. You know the thing about Tyler Perry, he's a feminine. He's a trans whatever. You understand me? He needs to be a brother by taking off them dresses. You understand? Girding up his lines. And I pray one day he can enter into the EPK.
He made it big, putting on dresses. It's a lot of them so-called brothers, right, that made it big putting on dresses, like him himself. What's the other one? They got the my sister was telling me about. I cannot remember. RuPaul and all them effeminates, right? It don't seem like you can make it big, especially in the movie industry, in that type of industry, until you put on a dress, right? Look at Will Smith, how he was feminized before he made it big, right? And what was that movie, 6 Degrees or something like that, Separation, where he had to go put on a dress. Martin Lawrence then put on dresses, right? All our brothers that had to put on dresses before they could go ahead and get that money. So they sold themselves out to that dress.
Right, because America wants to feminize every black man. You understand? That's why they took the strong man out of the household. You understand? So that way he could be raised by his mother and take on her feminine behavior, such as emotion, being overly emotional and irrational with his decisions. That's why you have the lack of brotherhood amongst in the neighborhood amongst brothers. You understand? It's a constant cycle. You know what I'm saying? That's why when a man grows up hearing, part of my language, niggas ain't shit. So what is he gonna grow up thinking? Niggas ain't shit. He gonna take on that street life and start white chalking brothers.
Yeah. Because what you see, if you see some go ahead.
Because you don't value your brother. Because you grew up hearing that all the time. Niggas ain't shit.
First you hear it from your mama, you hear it from your grandma, you know, and then you start saying it, right? You hear it from your mama, you hear it from your grandmama, you hear it from your uncle, you hear it from your aunties, and then now you saying it. Now, because your mama didn't care about brothers. That's why she left your daddy alone. Your grandmama didn't care about these brothers. That's why she stopped messing with your grandfather. You know why? Because your grandfather was doing this and that, right? What she wanted to do was find somebody she could effeminize. But let's not get too far off point. Let's go back to 24 real quick and read that down from the 23, right? So we can get the contents of this right here, right?
And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents.
10 bands. Go ahead.
Verse 25. But for as much as he had not to pay, the Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all that he had, in payment to be made.
So he said his Lord commanded that he be sold, right? His wife and his children. What that sound like to you?
Slavery.
That sound like slavery. So in other words, he was gonna put him to slave. He was gonna make him a slave. One of them bondmen and bondwomen. He was gonna make this man a slave. But what happened?
Verse 26. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all.
That sounds like what we did, Israel. Well, some of us. Well, some of us did. You know, we trying to get the whole nation to see. First, we have to get them to understand what they are, right? Before they could go and fall down and worship. I talked to some people on my slave about certain ways that we should act towards, you know, and this one cat on the slave, man. What this cat is, he like to go set fires, right? And when I mean set fires, he like to bring distinction, you know, animosity between brothers. He goes and backbite and things like that, right? Just to get things started. And he tell people, this is what I do. This is what I do, right? So, you know what it sounds like to me. You act like your mom, right? But, you know, right here in 26, what does it say? He said, then the servant fell down and worshiped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. What's 27?
Verse 27. The Lord of that servant was moved with compassion and loosened him and forgave him the debt.
So this servant had owed this master 10,000 talents, right? 10,000 talents. Now you gotta understand this. A talent could be a dollar bill, or a talent could be, you know, think about if you had one talent. These rappers got talents, right? And these talents, you know, they use these talents and it makes them $1 million. You know, it makes them $2 million, makes them $3 million. But he owed this man 10,000 talents, right? So we really can't explain how much financial debt that this servant was into, right? So as the master had compassion onto the brother, right? The master had compassion onto him, right? So you would think that since the master had compassion onto this brother, he would go on and show brotherhood. If your master have compassion on you, you should, okay, now I know he's been taught how to show compassion, right? So let's see what this brother did. Let's see what this brother did. Go ahead.
Verse 28. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence.
Whoa. So he found one of his fellow servants that owed him 100 pence, right? Not even that. That's not even a talent, right? He owed him 100 pence, right? He owed him 100 pence. So just say I get out. I'm like, look, y'all grind. I know I owe you 10 bands. Please have patience with me. You know, don't sell my wife. Don't sell my kids. You know, I'll pay you back every cent I owe you, right? And you say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and forgive you of that debt, right? I'm gonna forgive you of that debt. Me personally, if you forgive me of that debt, because my thing is, I was gonna go out and collect all the debts that I had, that everybody owed me, plus get out and work, plus get out and do this, do that. You know, Lord knows what a brother would have done to come bring in them 10 bands, right? But you told me I don't gotta pay that bread, right? So you tell me I ain't gotta pay that bread. What I'm gonna do to this man with 100 pence? Let's read.
Which owed him 100 pence, and he laid hands on him.
Nah, that ain't like laying hands with the Christian church talking about shakalaka shaka boom boom. That ain't that right there, right? That ain't the shaka shaka boom boom laying hands. What kind of laying hands is that?
He ran that fade, man. He shot him the one.
He shot him the one. Hey, he's like, you know what? Check it in. That's what we used to say, old school Detroit. Remember that? Check it in, right? You know I'm putting these hands on you. Yeah, everything out your pockets. I want it and I want it now. It's my money and I want it now, right? Right. All right, go ahead, read.
That from a commercial.
Yeah.
All right. And took him by the throat.
Whoa. I told you that wasn't it wasn't none of that. I told you it wasn't that at all. So he laid hands on him. He grabbed him by the throat, right? What do you do after that?
You should, mate. All right. And took him by the throat, saying, pay me that thou owest.
Give me what you owe. He did next thing. Give me that bread. I want mine now. Right? 100 pence. Right? Where was this man's compassion for his brother? His Lord had just forgiven him of a buku amount of financial debt, of worry, of stress, of heartache, right? This man was about to have to sell his kids and his wife into bondage. But his Lord said, I forgive you, without asking for another cent. And then you go out to your brother, you know, put your hands on him, choke him up, and run his pockets. That is not brotherhood, Israel. That is not brotherhood. Yo, give me what you want. That ain't brotherhood. Right? Come on, let's keep going. Right.
Verse 29. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me.
Is that not what he said? Right. Have patience with me? So he said his fellow servant. So this brother's a servant too. They probably, most likely, serve the same Lord. Right? It's just that he fell under rulership up under his brother. Right? Instead of up under their Lord. So he fell up under rulership of his brother. Right?
Man, Jerusalem.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee off. Verse 30. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison.
Whoa. Went and cast him into prison. You know what that sounds like? Some child support. That sounds like brother child support. You know, this dude got to pay some. You know, but the thing about child support is that you don't go to jail for not paying your Sprint bill or you know whatever type of carrier service you get. If you ain't pay your internet bill last month, they don't put you in jail for that, right? And I'm sure some of these internet bills are bigger than some of these child support bills. But you know, not to get off subject, go on now. Right. Right? Was that 30?
Till he should pay the debt. Verse 31. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry, and came and told unto their Lord all that was done. Verse 32. Then his Lord, after that, had called him, saying unto him, O thou wicked servant.
O thy wicked servant. What he was saying, you ain't got brotherhood. Go ahead.
Okay. I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desired me.
Let's hold up right there. So he said, I forgave thee all thee debt because thou desired me, right? So I had compassion on you. I loved you as a brother, right? I understood that you couldn't pay that debt. I knew what you owed me, right? I knew what you had to do. You would have to do. You have to go out here and do something. You might have had the wife do something strange to get this money so that I wouldn't separate your family, right? But I said you are forgiven. So if I had compassion on you, why you couldn't have that same compassion on your brother, right? That's brotherhood, having compassion onto your brother, right? The same compassion on somebody. Okay, man, I'm gonna give you a pass. You all right? Cool, all right. But then you go out and not give your brother a pass for something that's less than 10% of the same offense that you've done. That's not brotherhood, not at all, right? That deepens me, man. I want to get something else, man. Let's jump somewhere else, right? Let's jump something else. Let's go, right? Jump to Mark, right? No. Let's go to John. Just go to John. John 15 and 14. Let's go to John 15 and 14, right? Let's brighten it up a little bit. That's tough because I know brothers that I know personally that owe me, something. And I'll see them go out and go crazy over something, for 15, 20 bucks. I was like, for real, you owe me a car, you owe me a house, and you upset you doing this person like that for 15, 20 bucks. Come on, that's your brother. Have compassion for him, right? Have compassion on your own brother. Right, where we at? John 15 and 14. Let's go to 12. I think it's just started 12 also.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. This is my commandment.
Okay, this is my commandment. Now, who is the person, who is the being referred to as mine? Right? It's written in red, so we know that's Yahweh Shah Mashiach, right? Okay, so Yahweh Shah Mashiach said, this is my commandment, right? Listen to me, brother. Go ahead.
That ye love one another as I love you.
Okay, so that ye love one another. I lost my place, 12, right? That as I have loved you, right? So ye love one another as I have loved you, right? So he's talking to the disciples here, right? Right. All right. Ye love one another as I have loved you. As I have loved you. So how did Christ love us?
Christ died for us. You understand me?
Yeah. Right. He put his life on the line for his brother. For us. Right. For us. That's what he did for us. Right? No other nations, but that's, we're gonna go somewhere else. He did that for the lost sheep of Israel. Right? Right? So go ahead.
Verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this.
Greater love has no man than this.
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
That a man lay down his life for his friends, right? No greater love is this than a man lay down his life for his friends, right? That Kentucky 8.
Come on.
That's that Kentucky 8 right there.
That was Christ.
They had that one West Christ that I lay down my life. I'll lay down my life for my brother. None of them brothers turned their back. None of them brothers. They was ready to die for their brothers. Right? For the man next to them. For the man they came up with. Right? That's that one West spirit.
Right.
That's that one. Ooh wait. That's that one West spirit. You ready to die for your brother, right? And when you looking at it, ready to die for your brother, right? Understand this is that if my brother is in a situation that may kill him, come on, let's get out of that. Come on, I got you, right? You sleeping in your car in the wintertime. Come on in here. I got a couch. You know what I'm saying? I got a couch. I got the bunk beds. You know what I'm saying? I got a couch beds. Come on. Let's get you out of this situation, right? Right? No greater love than a man is to lay down. Greater love than I'm missing my place. Greater love has no man than this.
That's also a manifold scripture right there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just talking about giving up the ghost. It's also talking about what you are willing to give up in your free time. You understand? Like,
I was about to get there. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I want to hear this. I want to see what I was gonna say.
You understand? Just like on Saturdays when we go to camp, that's a Sabbath day. That's a day of rest. You understand me? We can be doing whatever pleasure that we're pleased to do, so long as it's righteous, of course. And we decide we want to go out there and raise up our people. You know what I'm saying? If we could just reach one brother, you understand? If we could put our life down and get that one brother, man, we'll achieve something. You understand me?
Yeah, this is one of those sacrifice scriptures, right? What are you willing to sacrifice to get that one brother? What are you willing to sacrifice to help your brother, right? What are you willing to sacrifice to get your people up off this head, right? Right? We got to come up out of here together, Israel. Right? We got to come up out of here together. So go ahead, hit that again. 13.
Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Right. Now, what I would like for you to do is understand that Christ laid his life down for us. And right here, I think he was, I'm not going to say that. Right? Hit 14.
Ye are my friends.
Ye are my friends. So Christ told him, Yahweh told him, no greater love than a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends. And what happened to him? He laid his life down for his friends. Go ahead.
Right. If ye do whatsoever I command you.
He said, ye are my friends. If you do whatever I command. Right. So no greater love than you to give your life for your friend. Right. And ye are my friends. If. Right. Ye are my friends. If you do what I command. Right. What's another word for command?
Order.
Order. Right? If you do what I order, ye are my friends, right? We are ordered to come in here and do this. Today, we was ordered to come in here and teach this class, right? Well, Salaki, before I go any farther, we holding this class down for the mighty priest and prophet, Natazab. Natazab usually handles this class. Salaki, sir, I forget to mention that. But that brother, not only does he lay down his time, his money for this truth, right? Whatever you ask, whatever I go, like, brother, I need this. Here you go, right? He said, here you go. I'm in the band right now. I'm looking at this, that, and other. I call him at any time. Like, I need a little counseling on something. What you think about such. All right, I got you. No matter what time, I can call any one of these brothers above me, right? Any one of these brothers I call at any given time, they gonna answer the phone, right? I had an issue with my car. And man, it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't figure out. I was stuck at a gas station, and instead of me calling one of my brothers, I did some worldly crap. I put it out on Facebook. And I put it on Facebook, and I can't tell you how many brothers call me, asking me where I'm at and what type of help I need. What do I need? I have brothers calling me that's not even in this state. Like, oh, where you at? I'll send somebody to you. Right? That's brotherhood right there. When your brother's in need, you send them some help.
Pretty nice.
Go ahead.
Only in the ISUPK will you bear witness to this kind of brotherhood, man.
Say it again. Only in the ISUPK.
Only in the ISUPK, man. Only. Because had you been in the ISUPK, brother, who would have hit you up?
You know who'd have hit me up? Probably the people that stole my car. They'd hit you up like, oh yeah, we got your car. You know, we're gonna bring it back to you for such. So we got your phone.
Is that Brotherhood?
No, that ain't Brotherhood.
What is it then?
Yeah.
That's unbrotherly.
That's unbrotherly.
That's hateful.
That sounds like some hate.
That's hate.
Yes, sir. Let's move on. Did we hit 5 and 22? No, where we at? Let's go to Mark 12 and 31. Let's go to Mark 12 and 31. I just learn how to operate this thing here.
Yeah. This is the book of Mark, verse 12, verse 31. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, right? Now understand is that when we get into, when we grew up in a neighborhood, it's just us, right? Us around us. This not all, love thy neighbor as that some of y'all live next door to Esau. Some of y'all live there. You can't love Esau like you love yourself, because he ain't gonna love you. You know what Esau gonna do when you show him some love? He'll come with that sword. It was a story. It's a story.
Hey, it's a lot. That was it. Before you bring that, I'll apologize. But while we showing love to Esau,
yes,
he is killing us.
Yes, with the sword.
That's how he hugs us with a sword. That's how he shows love. With the sword, you understand me?
He put his arms around you and put them knives in your back.
They got spikes, exactly right. You understand me? So this we can clearly see this is not our neighbor.
It's not.
Clearly. Ask the brothers ask
George Floyd.
Ask the Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? Ask the Haitians.
Let's ask Tamir Rice. Ask George Floyd. Was he your neighbor?
Right.
Just in Columbus, not just a couple weeks ago, you got a brother that got killed in his garage on his back porch with a Subway sandwich in his hand. I don't understand how a Subway sandwich is a threat to these police officers, but they figure it out.
Ask Trayvon Martin. Arizona and some Skittles.
Mm-hmm. Ask Breonna Taylor.
Come on, man.
So
innocent.
Ask any of them. Is Esau? Is Esau they neighbor?
All the innocent blood that they shed in this place.
You can't ask.
Now that only judgment, that reparation is a righteous judgment sent down from the Most High, Yahweh. You understand me? But what was your story that you was going to bring up?
Yeah, so you got a brother in Columbus. I got family in Columbus, so a lot of times that when I get a chance to go down there and visit them, and then my brother Quatazar, I don't know if you met Quatazar. He down there in Columbus, he one long, I don't know what now, but when I was going down there, he was like the only ISUPK brother down there, man. I had called Hadarial. I had called Officer Hadarial. Shout out to Officer Hadarial, big mighty priest of 5,000. I called him, I say, sir, I'm down here in Columbus. There's some brothers down here. And it was just Quatazar. That was it. And me and that brother, we got together, and it was like we had been knowing each other 30 years.
Come on, man.
We had got together like we've been knowing each other 30 years. That's brotherhood, man. What you need, what you want, where you going, right? And then the same way, he was like that towards me. What you need, what you want, where you going. Let me show you this, let me show you that. You know what I'm saying? So me and that brother, we hung out just about every day that I was down there. We was trying to run into each other. Right. So let's get back to these scriptures. Let's get back, before we get off subject. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We on subject. Brotherhood. Brotherhood brotherhood is a very powerful weapon. A very powerful weapon. Right. A weapon of mass destruction. Right. Think about it. What it does is it unites. Right. It's like a puzzle, right? Our brotherhood is similar to a puzzle. As individual pieces, we really don't form nothing. But when you put all these pieces together, and then you can look at the bigger picture, right? Look at this. Look at these 10,000. When you got, my parents used to put together these like 2,000 and 5,000 piece puzzles, and used to try to have us do that. And you know, I used to hate that, right? But you know, now that I look back at it, you know, it brought the family together. We had to work together to accomplish one goal, Israel. So we have to work together and to accomplish one goal, and that's to bring and enlighten the rest of our brothers and sisters and bring them to this truth. You got to bring these brothers and sisters to this truth. You know, One West ISUPK, home of the truth. You ain't in it, hey, come on. If you ain't in it, you ain't in the truth.
It's a reason why we say brotherhood is a weapon of mass destruction, because check this out. East Indians have brotherhood on themselves. Yeah. I ain't never seen a homeless East Indian. I never seen a homeless Chinaman. You understand me? They support each other.
Akaba Bay.
Go ahead.
These Chinamen, you know, they stay in the house 10, 15 deep, work at the nail shop, right? Work at the nail shop until they all do what? At their own nail shop.
They're able to buy, come on, man.
At their own nail shop.
So imagine what we can do, knowing that we the salt of the earth, knowing that we got the flavor. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What we can do just by supporting one another. You know what I'm saying? Stop killing one another. Stop going to these Planned Parenthoods, man. Let's learn how to be a black family once more. A black and Hispanic and Native American family once more. You understand? Let's get these households together. You understand me? Just imagine we will cripple this place if we start showing brotherhood to one another.
You know what? That's so heavy what you're saying right there, because it points me to what's that? Is that John 3:18? Yeah. Let's go to John 3:18. Right? You know, John 3:18. Because, you know, what we have to understand is that we have to love each other with action. Right? Them Chinese people love each other with action. Right? Them East Indians love each other with action. That's why you don't see them homeless. Yeah. That's why you don't see them out here on the street. You don't see them out here begging. You ain't seen one Chinese person beg a black person for nothing. You know what they tell you? Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy. That's what that's what they tell you. You know why? Because you gotta buy from them. You know why? Because your brotherhood got. You know, Martin Luther King told you to get rid of your brotherhood, talking about to join with your oppressor. That ain't brotherhood joining with your oppressor. Right? You got Martin Luther King was infatuated with the oppressor's woman. Right?
Not to get too deep into this, brother, man. But Martin Luther King's dream was the black man's nightmare. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to all the black-owned businesses?
Yes.
What happened to supporting one another? We shouldn't have to say support black-owned businesses. That should be a given.
Yes. You don't hear the Chinese man saying support China businesses.
You don't ever hear that.
You don't hear that. You don't hear the Arab man saying go to Arab-only gas stations.
I ain't never heard of that, man.
Because you ain't never heard of it.
Thank Martin Luther King for that. You understand me?
We gotta say support black-owned businesses.
Thank Origin Mike for that. That's the only thing that he done was cripple the black community.
And with crippling the black community, right? He got us, instead of going to little Shay Shay's soul food, or going to Lee's barbecue, going to Ray Ray's what's the brother downtown that own all the hat? Harry the Hatter. You know, instead of going to Harry the Hatter, he wants you to go to SS Kresge's and get your head cracked. Right? The brothers was trying to go to sit at the counter at SS Kresge's and get their head, go to Hudson's and get beat down. Right? And then he wanted Martin Luther King wanted you to sit there and be non-violent. So get your head cracked and not block.
We sons.
This is a nut.
We children of war, so we are naturally aggressive people, man. I ain't saying we in the ISPK we don't support any kind of violence, you know what I'm saying, but we are not Christians. You understand me?
We will defend ourselves. We will defend this truth with our lives.
Martin Luther King wouldn't. But I love my brothers. I love my brothers enough to die for them. You understand?
Let's jump over to John 3:18. Yep, John 3:18.
This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the same of the only begotten Son of Yahweh.
Mm-hmm. You know what? That might have been the wrong scripture. I wonder if I wrote down 1 John. You know, I was looking for the scripture, and you know, I think I was looking for the scripture. What's this? Pull the scripture, love in not just in word but in deed. That's the one I was looking for. It might have been 1 John, right? So what I was saying is that, you know, we have to love each other not only in word but in deed. Urgent Mike loved you in word. Right? He spoke a good game. He talked a good game. He chopped it up with you. But he ain't love you for real.
He won't even the word.
He ain't love you for real. I'm gonna tell you why he ain't love you for real. Because he told you to step away from your own businesses. He told you to step away from the businesses that your mother, father, that your grandfather, that your granddaddy, that your grandmama built. Step away from that and go over to your oppressor, right? The same people that enslaved you, the same people that beat you, the same people that raped your great-great-great-grandmama, right? The issue with, you know, I see a lot of these brothers chasing these oppressors women, you know, chasing them. And then if you chasing that woman, you know, look like what's the guy name? Charles Barkley got him one. Michael Jackson, not Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jackson had one too.
I don't know. Michael Jackson had one. And I believe that is that. So, but Michael Jordan, you know, he got him one. What's some of these other superstars that they call them? You know, these entertainers. That's what they are, because they're not superstars. The only superstars you get is right here in the ISUPK, right? But these entertainers, some of these other entertainers, you know, well, some of these entertainers that got these Edomites and other nations as wives,
like Tiger Woods or
she ran into the mud.
Blake Griffin. Look what happened to Blake Griffin, for instance.
Salaki.
We can't get nowhere loving these other nations. We cannot progress as a people, sleeping with a white woman and supporting our person, man. We have to support one. We have to be brotherly enough to support one another.
But you know what, Salaki, you know what happens when you marry one of these women in these other nations?
You sin against the Most High.
Yes, one, you sin against the Most High. You are the reason that the Most High flooded this earth, right? Another thing is that you leave your sister unprotected, because them Israelites, them brothers got sisters. They got sisters. I'm talking about blood-born sisters, right? So what if, who gonna protect their own sister? You know what I'm saying? If the brothers go out and marry these women of other nations, that's not brotherhood. That's not brotherhood right there. Leaving your sister out here on the street defending for herself.
I'm talking, we got the baddest sisters in the world, man. I'm from Texas. I'm not from Detroit, man. Since I've been out here, I see nothing but beautiful black women. You understand? But me being from Texas, I see beautiful Northern Kingdom sisters. Them Hispanic sisters are something else, man. But you want to see with a dog?
A dog.
You want to get fleas, man? Come on. You understand me? Don't sit up here and leave this sister out here to fend for herself.
You leave this sister out here fending for herself. You never know.
That's not being a brother.
That's not being a brother at all. But this sister out here fending for herself, what you don't understand is that, you know, these sisters out here need guidance, right? These sisters need guidance, right? And if they don't have guidance, you never know. You never know what these sisters are gonna do. Right? And I can't even, you know, I hate to even try to imagine what one of these sisters do when they're unprotected, right? You know what sisters do when they're unprotected. You see these sisters, you know, in this world today where they are not protected by their parents, and they, you know, they touched by the mama boyfriend, they molested by the mama boyfriend or something like that. And then these sisters grow up and be, you know, one or two things. They either be one of these, you know, what they call them, the studs, the bulldaggers, Salaki. Or they be extremely promiscuous where, you know, because you know what happens is either, oh, ain't no man ever gonna rape me again, or here you go, ain't no man ever gonna rape me again. You know what I'm saying? They just get it to every man.
They think no man is gonna truly love them because they don't have, that kills their confidence. You understand? We also have to be aware of who we bring around our children.
Yeah.
You understand me, man? That's why having the father in the household is so vital. You understand? So that way you don't expose your children to threats.
You don't.
You understand me? That's all. We gotta get our act. Israel, we gotta get our act together and come back to these laws, statutes, commandments, and live in the Most High. We ain't gotta suffer this. We ain't gotta suffer this no more. I know you tired of being in oppression. I know you tired of being in the hood. I know you tired of struggling. You understand me? I know you tired of this. Let's get it together, man. Come into the ISUPK and learn something.
Come on, Israel. Learn
how to be a brother. Learn how to be a sister. Learn how to be a father. Learn how to be a husband. Learn how to be a white woman, black woman, Hispanic woman, Native American woman.
Learn
how to love each other. You understand me?
That right there is so, you know, what you're saying is so heavy right there, because the thing about it is we don't love each other in our own communities, right? You hear the rappers, I don't love them, you know what I'm saying? Come up with stuff like that, and we take on that genre of music as a lifestyle.
It's lame.
As a lifestyle, and we stop loving our brothers. We stop loving our sisters. We start loving those ones who the Most High told us to love the most, right? And what you don't understand is that the Most High tells us if we love Him, we'll keep His commandments, right? His commandment is to love thy brother. Love thy brother as thyself, right? Love thy brother as thyself.
And this love ain't talking about all nations. It's talking about blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We have to love one another. You understand me?
Yep.
We have to learn how to love one another. You understand? That way we can be a nation once more. You feel me? You understand? My prayer is that all of Israel be saved. But we want it. You understand me? That's a mighty work that we got to do. But we love our people enough to lay down our lives. We are willing to lay down our lives for this truth. You understand me? That's the oath that we took.
God.
You understand?
You know what I want to do is, that's so heavy what you speaking there right there, because love is, you hear everybody, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. No, you don't. You hate me. You don't love your brother. You actually hate your brother. Because if you didn't hate your brother, you wouldn't be killing your brother in the street. I mean, if you loved your brother, would you break in his house? Would you sleep with his woman? If you have some brotherhood, Israel, if you have some brotherhood, would you sleep with his woman? You'd be like, oh, no, that's nasty. I ain't about to, that's nasty. I ain't about to do nothing with her. She nasty, trying to do something. Right? If you loved your brother, you'd be like, you know what, bro, yeah, that's a nice car you get. Instead of going and try to steal, hey, what can I do to get a car like that? Let's go ahead and work together to build a business or something like that. So I can have that car too.
Come on, good night.
I can have that car too, instead of, creeping in your garage at night, taking a chance of you trying to defend your home, right? I know some young brothers, man, over here in the hood where I was growing up at, and there was two young brothers, and these two young brothers was breaking into this man's house down the street from them, right? Every time he go to work, he break into this man's house. So one day this man said, you know what, y'all? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park my car around the corner. And he told the whole neighborhood this. He said, I'm gonna park my car around the corner, and then I'm gonna catch them cats that's breaking into my house, right? So another day, he parked his car around the corner. These cats went to go break into his house, little young cats. They wasn't nothing but like 15, 16, 17 years old, right? They go break into his house again, and that time he in there, and he get to scuffling with him, and he off two of them. Get to scuffling with these young cats, right? Off two of them. And the mother, I hear the mother say, he killed my son. I should go down there and do such with him. I say, look, sis, you might want to stop because he fired 2 shots and he killed 2 people already. Don't be another one, right? And we, as what that young lady should have been telling her sons is, don't break in nobody's house. Don't go down there touching that man's stuff. That ain't your stuff.
If I may, man, my father should have been in that house.
Well, you know what the father was at.
Whatever circumstance that he under, this is why we have to be brotherly. You know what I'm saying? This is why as I'm talking about women of Israel, this is why you have to stop being such a fire-breathing dragon. I pray you understand what I really want to say.
Yes.
Submit to that man. Let that man be a man. Support that man. You understand? Get him off of child support. You understand me? Let's learn how to be a black family so that way your son won't grow up to be another statistic, or your daughter won't grow up to be a whore or a bulldog.
What if the situation was reversed? You know what I'm saying? What if the situation was reversed? What if that man was coming down there breaking in their house, right? What if that man had her on child support? You know, what if that man had put her away, man? Give me Luke 6:31, right? What if that man, you know, a lot of things is this world is designed to destroy the black man. It's designed to effeminate you, make you a woman, you know, make you soft, make it whatever it is that kill you, so you can't procreate. Because the only way to make black kids, Native American kids, and Hispanic kids, right, is to have a black man, Native American man, Hispanic man, right? Because just because a Edomite have a baby with one of our sisters, that's a little, you know, colored Edomite, right? Right. So give me Luke in
Luke 6 verse.
Let's see. Give me 6 verse. Let's start with 30.
Okay. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 30. Give to every man that asketh of thee, and of him that taketh away thy goods, them not again.
Okay, 31.
Okay. Verse 31. And as he would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
You see that? As you want people to do unto you, you remember people say, oh, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Right there it says, as you would like men to do unto you, do unto them. Do unto them, right? So, brothers, I pray you understand. You brothers is not in the world. You brothers is in the world. If you don't want no man sleeping with your woman, don't sleep with his woman. You don't want no man breaking into your car, don't break in his car, right? Do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. Show compassion, right? Show compassion unto your brothers. So your brothers will show compassion unto you, right? Help your brothers. Lead and guide your brothers in the ISUPK. So guess what? That you can have some help, some leadership, and some guidance. Israel, come on, y'all.
And, you know, that's why I think the Most High for raising up a brother like Commander General Yohana that raised up all these brothers, you know what I'm saying, that raised me up. You understand me?
Damn right.
And why I learned to have compassion amongst my brother. I learned how to actually be a brother. You understand? This is how you build a nation. By loving one another. Not in word, but by action. Because love is a verb. It's not just a thing you can say. It's not no feeling. It's you know what I'm saying? It's something that you do. You understand me?
I can't say to you, brother, I love you, and then give you the dunks. I don't know if you know what the dunks is. Right? The dunks. That's what we used to call it. That's what we used to call it when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? The dunks is when, you know, when you least expect it, kick you in your tail. Right in the bucks.
Bah! In your back.
Right? So I can't say I love you and I'm giving you the dunks. Right? I'm kicking you in the butt. As soon as you turn around, you know, I might push you off a bridge or something. How can you trust me if I'm doing stuff like that? You know, it's tough to be able to trust a brother, right? It's tough to be able to deal with these brothers when know, they giving you the dumps. So, you know, as men of Israel, as men in the ISUPK, we learn to love our brothers, right?
Right. Not in word.
Not in word. Indeed. Captain LeBron showed that he loved us, right? Right. General Muhammad, General Yohana, they showed that they love us. They showed that they love us daily. Daily. Captain Cesaria, he showed that he loves us. Hey, y'all, you know, Officer Hadariya, he showed these are the men in the ISUPK that they showed that they love us.
Right.
Right. You know, even down to Officer Zarak and Officer Kadash, you know, these brothers show, Officer Shawat, they showed that they love us, right? Look at the I'm gonna tell you like this. Look at the what you call that, the knowledge that these brothers above us instill into us. Right? Understand, we officers are fit. That's it. We you know, I want to say little fish in a big pond. These brothers got a plethora of knowledge that at any given time, you know, Captain Marquardt, that you can call up at any given time, the Midwest Monster, that's what General Yada called it, right? At any given time, we could call up any one of these brothers and get a plethora of knowledge, plethora of advice, some brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? A place to stay, something to eat. You ain't gonna starve out there. Look, brother don't make no money, you getting big. Brother don't make no money, you getting big, right? You getting big, so something right, you know? Get your weight up. Come to the ISUPK.
Right. Understand me, and you know this goes out to the brothers in the UPK, man. You be your brother in the UPK by following orders.
God.
By kind out of one county, that brother above you.
Out of one county.
Understand me? That brother earned his rank to be above you. You understand? But also show brotherhood to the men below you. You understand me?
You know what, sir? I think I got, you know, just a couple scriptures or two more to pull up. You know, I want to go to, I got another one I was looking at, John 15 and 12. I don't know if we went there, you know, as the Christians would call it, St. John, you know. John 15 and 12. All right, man, I told you I wasn't going to clown no Christians today. My bad.
I lost my train of thought. You said John.
John 15 and 12.
That's what we got. This is the
This
is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I love you.
This is my commandment. Now y'all know this written in red. If you got your Bible on you, it's written in red. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, right? As I have loved you. This is Yahushua saying, love one another as I have loved you, right? And if you look at the plethora of things that Yahushua did, you know, to show that he loves us, right? Look at what he did to show that he loved the disciples, right? He fed them, right? What the ISUPK do, right? They feed brothers, sisters all around the world, you know, with food banks and food drives all around the world. He fed them, right? What else did he do for them, right? He healed them. He healed them, right? He healed them. He healed. What I asked General Yohana, what these brothers do, what do our fathers do? They heal us, right? They healed our mind, especially one is, my mind was tormented before I came into the ISUPK, right? And they healed my mind, right? Told me how this is how a man's supposed to be and supposed to act, because understand that I was raised, you know, by a single woman, right? Even though I had a stepfather in the house, I still was raised by a single woman. She was my mother, you know, I love her, but she is a tyrant. She is a tyrant. And I had to come into the ISUPK before I could figure out how to deal with her. You know, she's one of them drags. I understand, you know, but it's that I had to learn how to deal with her, right? Under the counsel of these brothers above us, right? This is what you gotta do. I deal with this, that, and other thing. I understand this. And I was like, all right. Now, me and my mother, we have a good relationship. She respects what I believe, and I try to spit the truth to her. She's like, I know you're gonna keep trying to pull me into that school. Yes. Because one day you're gonna say yes, you're gonna show up at them doors. Go ahead.
And you know what? That'll be a glorious day, you understand me? At the end of the day, regardless, you know what I'm saying, how we was raised, our parents, can't blame them. They didn't know.
They're not.
I wish they was raised up in this truth, you understand me?
Kind.
I blame our oppressor at the end of the day for the circumstances that we grew up in.
Kind.
If you want to blame anybody, don't blame your parents. Blame your oppressor. Understand what the root of it is. You understand me?
Kind of. Hey, so let's hit that next one, right? What's it? You know, after read that 12, then hit that 13.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I love you.
And I know we read this scripture, but what we're trying to do is, you know, before we get up out of here, we want to reiterate that love one another as Christ, as Yahweh, as Yahweh has loved you. You got to love one another as Yahweh has loved you, right? He showed an example. He came down there and spread it and showed an example, right? He said, this is how you love your brother. This is how you take care of your brother. This is what how you speak to your brother, right? Kind, honor, kind. That's how you speak to the man above you, right?
And if I may, you know what I'm saying? Once more, this is a non-negotiable thing.
Kind.
Sent down from Yahweh to Yahweh Shai. This is a commandment from the Most High.
Kind.
Love your brother. Christians love to say that they love Jesus. Okay, then if you love Jesus, follow this commandment. Love your brother. Quit sleeping with your brother's wife. Ladies, quit sleeping with that man and you got a man. Brother, quit stealing from your brother. Quit killing your brother. Ladies, stop aborting them children.
Come.
You understand me? And let's get back to the laws, statutes, and commandments and learn how to be a nation and learn how to love each other.
Come. Learn how. That's so heavy that you say that. Learn how to be a nation and learn how to love each other. You know, we as slaves, we wasn't given a chance to love each other, right? We wasn't given a chance to say. They put the house Negro against the field Negro. They put the dark-skinned Negro against the light-skinned Negro. So we have been through so much psychological bondage, right? We have been through so much psychological warfare, right? Way before they started to hit you with this what they call it, biological warfare. It was a psychological warfare. So now we got you in captivity. We have taken you away from your power. Because you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. So we was removed from our power because we stopped following the law, statutes, and commandments because we wanted to live like these other nations. And these other nations seen that, and they took advantage of us. And they started to rape, rob, and pillage Israel. Right?
If I may, just to back up, because you said something here. They started off with psychological warfare. You understand? They broke the mind. Then they gave physical warfare. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the crack epidemic, they broke the body. You understand me?
Right. So you understand once the mind is broken, the body's simple. Right. Once you break a sister, a sister mind. Once these young sisters, their mind broken with rape, and once their mind is broken with rape, they get their body up.
So this is why we have to be a brother by leading that sister in a different direction. Don't be a brother to her before you. Be mindful of who you're dealing with before you ever give yourself to them or you give yourself to each other. You understand? Take some time. Counsel each other. You understand me? But
jump down to 17 real quick. Jump down to 17.
Verse 17. These things I command you, that ye love one another.
Right? This still written in red. Right? So this is Yahweh Shai. This is the Jesus Christ that you claim that you follow. Right? If you follow Christ, he said, what? He said, these things I command you. Right? These things I order you to do. Right? You do this, ain't no other route. Ain't no other place to go. These are the things that I tell you to do. You know what your mama used to say? You in my house, you're gonna live by my rules. right? We under the rules of the Most High, right? And his Christ, Yahushua, right, the Son of Man, said, "These things I command you, that ye love one another," right? What 18 say? If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Slovakia, man. Good night. Mm-hmm. Understand this, man. The servant is not greater than the master at all. Wow. Our master is Yahushua. You understand me? We follow Christ, and for that, the world hates us. So if the world hates us, men and I, for being nice, you can't follow His laws, statutes, and commandments, looking at us like we weirdos or something, how about we love one another? You understand me? How about we exemplify the brotherhood that Christ ordered us to exemplify to one another? You understand me? The world already hates us. You understand? Black, Hispanic, Native American, man.
And if you jump down to 23, what does it say? He that hated me, hated my Father also.
Good night. You hate your brother, then you hate Christ. And if you hate Christ, you hate the Most High.
So what power are you claiming that you up under? Christian? Churchgoer? What? You hate your brother. So how can you say you love Christ and you hate your brother? How can you say you love the Most High and you hate Christ? With that being said, we're going to go ahead and end this class. I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Yakaran for the reading of the security announcements. You know where that? Should be a few more right there.
These are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'asharah, which means 10 in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Up and coming holy convocations. We have the slaughter of the lamb Thursday, April 22nd in 2021, Houston, Texas. Then we also got Passover coming up Saturday, April 24th at BH Ranch, 14149 Player Street, Houston, Texas. Zip code 77045. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. This concludes the security announcements. We will give a courteous salute to the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imam Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
This is courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Imam Shabbat. Imam Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Dismiss.